Hello, welcome to Troubling Tuesday. I'm your host, Robot Spacer. Good to see you all. Let's see, I forgot to finish setting up. I just had to rearrange a couple windows. Hello, Res Mason, 32-bit kid. Thank you so much for the 32 bits. Appreciate that very much, and I hope you're doing well. Hello, Valis, Unseeker Crush. Unseeker Crush says this music rules, which is quite true. I love this death screen in general. The palette cycling is very nice. I love the bobbing skull, and the music is fantastic. I also like the text. You were beaten to death by an unhinged character. I like the vagueness of that. Like, are there a lot of different unhinged characters we can be beaten to death by in this game? Your killer fed your body to the all-consuming core of the reactor. Hello, Kamika. Thank you for the hello. Do I have anything to talk about before we get started? I don't think so. We're playing in Scum VM again.
Hello.
Thank you for the hello, Unseeker Crush. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Deivor, hello. Thank you so much for coming by. Hope you had a good stream. I popped in very, very briefly, and your art is coming along great. Let's see, I'm spacing out on how to do a shout out here. I hope your scoop progress is progressing. Everybody give Deivor a follow if you're not already. Fantastic streamer, does a lot of pixel art as well as variety of retro games. Always something fun and interesting. Also a Conquest of Camelot speedrunner. Art is cool and fun. It's true, it is. Hello, SH Sean, good to see you. But what about Spaceship Peace Lock? That's a good question. I'm sure there's another ship named that. So hoping some of our scoop ideas would be more fruitful. Oh, man. I can relate to that. Every time you comment on the scoop, it reminds me more and more of my Maupiti Island experience. Speaking of which, I keep thinking about how I need to play Mortville Manor. Mortville Manor is the first game which Maupiti Island is a sequel to. There's not really much of a connection, I don't think, other than like the main character is shared between the two, and there's like some continuity. But I think pretty much everything else is completely different. Also, Digger and I got to room 46 in Blueprints. How exciting! That is exciting. Congrats. Hello, Silver. It's funny that you say that because absolutely everyone tries to remember the name of this game and says Starship Warlock. It is Spaceship Warlock. I just think it's funny how that keeps coming up as a slight mistake on the title. But let's get restoring here. I love this music, but it is a little bit of a short loop. It's very short and intense, like maybe most of the music in this game, like maybe a lot of Joe Sparks music even. Let's just enjoy the intro again. I didn't really mean to come here, but we're here, so let's enjoy the intro. Hello, Culinary. Good to see you. Crush memorized the whole song. It's true. It's incredible. Silver says, I just finished recording a podcast and got distracted, but you're right. Totally reasonable. Speaking of podcasts, I recently recorded a podcast episode. I don't know if I'm allowed to say more than that yet. But I will be on an episode of a podcast at some future day. I don't know when the day is. It's so good. It's just so good. You missed it because of raid timing, but I said you should tell Chad about the spider. Oh, the spider I murdered? I don't know what there is to tell about it. There was a little bit of web coming off my Stream Deck, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I had just been using it, and I looked down and I noticed this bit of, like, at first I thought it was maybe a hair, but then I was like, okay, no, that's a web, and there's all this other spider web on the Stream Deck, and it was very confusing. But then I looked behind the Stream Deck, and there's a creepy looking spider. I don't know how to... Some spiders are creepier looking than others. I think it's when they have kind of thick legs for like their overall size. Maybe it's a specific type of spider that I find creepy, but like they're kind of medium sized for spiders around here, and they're just kind of got a little bit more meat to them than you like, and their legs are kind of pointy. Anyway, he's gone now. I don't really like murdering spiders, but if they're too much in my space, then sometimes they gotta go. I say this because there's often a spider that hangs out by the windowsill in the kitchen, and I enjoy seeing that spider. He's like my little buddy. I do my best to accommodate him and not get in his way. Those guys always stay out of the way. Those are smaller ones, and they're just friendlier, I think. Hello, Dives. Good to see you. It did surprise me. I might have yelped a little bit. All right, let's restore here. Okay. So last week, so let's see. I'll do a little bit of a recap. Okay. Let's see. So we started out on a planet with no money at all. There was the whole galaxy has been taken over by the Kroll, I think. That sounds right-ish. And humans are having a rough time. Also, Terra, the humans' home planet, was taken somewhere. I'm fascinated by this concept of just taking away a planet and hiding it somewhere. So, like, there's a group of people led by Captain Hammer, who was captain of the ship, the spaceship Warlock. And they're trying to find Terra. And so meanwhile, we're on this planet, and we come across this wanted criminal named Hawk Tui. Hawk Tui. And we punch him out and take his credit chip, and then also punch him out again. And the cops see us do it that time. And then they give us a 10,000 credit reward, but they put it onto his card because that's the only one we have. And then we buy a ticket on a luxury space liner and board the space liner, and we're chatting with a woman named Stella and her dad, Captain Starbird. And the spaceship Warlock attacks the ship. I'm not really sure for what purpose. I guess they just wanted some stuff, got to fund their... I mean, they're pirates. I guess they're just doing pirate stuff. And then they take... I'm not really sure how many people they took captive. Maybe just the humans or something? But they took me captive. Also, we're playing as us. So I'm just me in this game. And they also took Stella and Captain Starbird captive. But at some point, Captain Hammer came in to talk to me, and asked if, since I'm a human, I'm one of the good guys, or I guess one of the people he trusts, whatever. He gives me the option to join his crew instead of staying in the hold, and it seemed to be our only option, so I agreed. And let's see, our first job was to clean up a hot floor. It was literally on fire. I think it was maybe like a radiation kind of situation. We definitely walked through some radiation on the way there. And then eventually, after cleaning up the mess, we ran into a guy named Rascal, who, I just realized, for a guy that's like extremely written as like kind of only trusting humans, he sure does have a lot of crew that are aliens. I'm just kind of curious how that adds up. But maybe we just don't have enough information about this guy yet. Anyways, we get in a fist fight with Rascal, died several times, and then finally bested him. And the captain was so impressed. And now he's, as we can see here, the captain has ordered you to report to the wardroom. The wardroom is one deck below the engineering deck, accessible via the 4 lift. We do also have a nice map here. Right. This is just a map of the floor we're on, which is a bit of a maze here. So we're over here by the reactor. And we need to get to one of the lifts, 4 or aft. I think 4 lift is going to be the most convenient, so we'll head over that way. Hello, Lemming Runs. As long as it's just the humans. I love the stealing Earth idea, too. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's very good. Kamika says, I think orb weaver spiders are the ones that I found most unsettling. Oh, geez, I don't have a browser open. Orb weaver spiders. It's definitely, oh, yeah. No, thank you. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those around here. Yeah, I would not be a fan of that type of spider. This is like, I'm trying to like succinctly explain what a creepy spider is. I do think like there's something about like there's a thickness to the legs, like these legs especially, they look a little bit hairy, and then the fact that they come to a point, it just looks kind of menacing. I don't know, this looks like it looks like a spider that would want to hurt me, and that's the thing that bothers me. I don't know these spiders' intentions. Generally, I will leave spiders alone if they're not in my space, even if they look a little creepy. But if they're like right up in my space, like, no thanks. I was trying to look at, okay. Orb weaver spiders are just literally everywhere except like Greenland. The map on Wikipedia is like almost all green. Fascinating. Let's see. I was going to give Culinary a shout out here. Dive said the Belshazzar. Yeah, the Belshazzar was the luxury space liner. Had treasures unobtainable at any price, as the advertisement said. That's true. That's true. So a good ship to pirate for sure. Like I think our ticket costs 8,000 credits, so almost all of our reward. It's definitely a very fancy, like rich people only ship. I think we were probably a little out of place and probably very uncomfortable. Riz Mason said, I think his crew are mostly aliens, so it's less of a shock when you beat each one of them to death. Maybe. Had an orb weaver one year. They are large but harmless. Okay. Noted. Never saw one before moving to New Mexico. Okay, so maybe more common where it's a bit warmer. Hello, Jadlers. Good to see you. Make really cool looking webs, though. Oh. They do. I still had the Wikipedia page open. Fascinating. I guess that's why they call them orb weavers, huh? That's neat. Oh, what? I scrolled down to another image, and I don't even know what I'm looking at here. The image is simply labeled Gasteracantha cancriformis. I guess this is like a specific type of orb weaver spider. It looks like, I gotta share this because this is just spinyorbweaver.jpg. Hopefully that works. It's very spiky. Like, I assume this one is all curled up because there's like, you can see a little bit of its legs at the bottom of the image. Also, don't look at that if you don't want to see an image of a kind of creepy but also kind of cool spider. It's got these spikes on it, and then like it looks like kind of a very abstract skull on the back of it. Very cool. I like that. That one's a lot more interesting than like the other pictures of these spiders on here. Okay, anyways. The ad does scream rob us. That's true. Yeah. It was interesting that when we tried to buy tickets, in order to buy tickets, we first had to watch an ad. I guess like the interface was not necessarily assuming we were already sold on getting a ticket, but it was kind of funny. It was a non-skippable ad. I'm sorry, on Secret Crush. I wasn't trying. That's just for other people that don't mind looking at a somewhat creepy spider. All right. Let's see if we can get to the 4 lift. And here's the fire we put out. Okay, this is just a little... There's nothing going on over there. Very abrupt music changes. Okay, let me check the map. I think yeah. So far, so good. There's a bunch of stuff in this maze that we didn't really do anything with yet. I'm curious if that is yet to come or what. Okay, so that'll get us to the aft lift. Hello, Derek Harnbutt. Thank you for the good day. Oh, I thought of this the other day. I'm curious if anyone recognizes any of the hello characters that I've created for stream. There's one in particular that was a specific reference, but I don't know how well known the reference is. Okay, reactor fuel prep. We don't want to do that now, but that's another thing that is potentially of interest later. We're just going through some radiation. Don't worry about it. Just a little reactor leak. Not a big deal, I'm sure. Okay, let's go right. And Secret Crush said, oh, is this that one screensaver? I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know what screen that was a reference to or the screensaver you're referring to. So no one is answering, so I'm guessing no one... Are y'all not familiar with the... the Oi Mr. Yumi Dad doll? Because I feel like you should be. Let me find a link. Screensavers with pipes. Oh, yeah. Here's a good image. So yes, one of the images is a tribute to the Oi Mr. Yumi Dad doll. The rest of them are original. But I couldn't pass that up. I thought of it, and it was very funny to me, and I couldn't not do it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for cleaning up my garbage. "3D maze." Yeah. Okay. So I got my map here. We're on engineering right now, so we want to go down to the wardroom, which is just one deck below, it looks like. Wardroom. There we go. Res Mason says, when he said "Oi, Mr. Yumi Dad," I thought it was an anime or something. That would be, I think it should be an anime, honestly. It should be called that, and it should just be The Adventures of That Doll. Okay, we haven't been here before, right? I don't think so. Oh no. What's happening? Okay, we're fine. I was clicking and nothing was happening, which concerned me. I've had some minor technical issues with this game, but not anything too significant in ScumVM so far. Okay, so there's our map again. We're in the right place. There he is. It's Captain Hammer himself. Hello, Hinton. Good to see you. I did think about making it a rare one. But since I only have a few right now, I figured I would. They're currently like all just like, it just chooses a random number, so they have an even odds of showing up. Oh, okay. We need to sit down, of course. We can't just stand and talk to Captain Hammer.
You think I'm just a low-down pirate? Listen up, kid. I'm the Kroll's worst nightmare. I'm the man that's gonna find Terra. I've been sweeping space for years looking for clues. Once we find her, we're gonna kick the Kroll out of this galaxy. All the Kroll loot we've been collecting will help rebuild the Terran Empire. Now that you know my true plans, you can relax. That's it for now. You've been assigned cabin 23 on the crew deck. Use it.
Okay. Dismissed. The captain assigned you to cabin 23 on the crew deck and recommends that you use it. Thank you for the summary. Can I have a little alcohol while I'm here? No?
That's it for now.
Okay.
You've been assigned cabin 23 on the crew deck. Use it.
Okay, I'll go take a nap, I guess. I wish so many old games did not have severe audio balance issues. Perhaps this was a intentional stylistic choice, but the music is so much louder than the dialogue. Okay, so the crew deck is 2 up. It's like Captain Hammer is getting hammered. It does look that way. Do you hate rocking out or something? No, it's fine. I just also like to be able to hear the people that are talking to me. What happened there? Okay. Okay. Crew deck. We stopped by here previously, but we couldn't really do much other than lie down and I think get yelled at by the captain. Older person emoji. Oh, I see the problem. On that screen, I need to specifically click in like the direction I want to go. I can't just go straight because straight ahead is a wall. I remember now that I struggled with that occasionally last week. Okay, so I want to say there's another section and that's where our room is. 23, right? I think that was it. Can we say hello to anyone else? No. Oh, are the guys gone? Oh no, they're over there. That's right. Oh, right. And if I go over here, then they will come hassle me and murder me. Miss Hall's that way. Okay, there we go. 23. Your cabin is to the right. Thank you. Okay, can't miss it. Spartan comfort. This is the life. A cold drink, a warm bed, a vid screen. What more could a junior space pirate ask for? That fluffy pillow looks inviting. It does, actually. It's a little bit lumpy, but it looks pretty cozy. Rest. The crewman's bed feels like a slab of permaplast, but the pillow is soft. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The bed itself looked kind of rigid. Oh, our internet blipped out? It's very rude of it. Oh, God. You dream again and again of Stella, the Kroll, and your uncertain fate. Shit, dude. Your internet blippo plus? Think downstairs had no internet connection on its tiny little screen. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Seems fine now. Did the stream hiccup for anyone? I guess I'll type in chat to please refresh if needed. Just in case anyone got disconnected. Seems fine to me. We've been having, ever since we switched to fiber, we've been having these weird random internet disconnections that don't make a lot of sense to me. Like, I think that's at least the second time it's happened while I've been streaming, and it doesn't seem like it affects the stream at all. But like other devices will be unable to connect to anything for a little bit. So I don't know what's up with that. It's confusing. I talked to the company and they're like, I don't know, man, everything is fine over here. We can send someone out, but if it ends up being your equipment, it'll cost you $100. So I've been trying to narrow things down on my end before I resort to that. But at least it doesn't seem to have affected the stream. And I'm sure we'll sort it out eventually. Like, it's just been like it's honestly like, if I could just ignore it and not worry about it, it would be so little of an issue. But it's frequent enough that it's like, it's annoying to not be able to do anything for 30 seconds, like once or twice a day. What? Huh, his lips were moving. I forgot about that. There's something keeps popping up down here. Is are we hitting a ScumVM bug here with the game? Let me try real quick saving. Let's see. 7 bunk. Let's just completely restart ScumVM real quick, just to see if this makes any difference. Game prevents quitting at this moment. Are you sure you want to quit anyway? I mean, sure, that's fine. Isn't the stream computer hooked up to the Ethernet? Meanwhile, I'm on Wi-Fi. Yeah, it is, but that's not the issue. It's not a Wi-Fi issue. The Wi-Fi is always fine. It's just the internet, where it's like certain devices get disconnected or something. It's odd. And troubleshooting it is a little bit of a pain in the butt. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, this has sound now. Okay.
Meet me on the bridge, right now.
Okay. So that was worthwhile. We got to go to the bridge. I'm curious what the little thing that's popping up over here is supposed to be. U cabin is directly behind you. Thank you, game. Imagine being able to go online without jacking a cable into the base of your skull. It is difficult to imagine, but some people can do that. It says confusing, upsetting, potentially expensive. It's internet, baby. It's true. It's true. At least on the bright side, our fiber internet, in addition to overall being an improvement, is also cheaper. So that's kind of my favorite thing about it, honestly. Also, I really love the upload speeds. We have really good upload speeds now, whereas before it was capped at like, I don't know, 500 megabits per second or something. No, it was lower than that, 50. It was like 50, but we would occasionally get better than that. It made uploading VODs to YouTube very tedious. Like it used to take hours, and now it's just like a couple minutes. Okay. Bridge. It says you're streaming on fiber and I'm watching on 5G. Together we have the future covered. Nice. Okay, that's the hangar, so the other way is what we want. Yeah, bridge. You're right next to where the internet pipes come in. That's true. That's true. Maybe you should jack into the internet pipes directly. There's a scary robot in here. I'm not going to have to punch this robot, am I? Metal Foot! Captain Hammer's personal robot. Please be nice. I hope you're a nice robot. I want to be your friend. Oh, no. Oh, I'm bummed that we're having so many audio issues. I need to hear this robot's voice. I absolutely have to hear this robot's voice. We could try switching back to the Mac version instead of ScummVM if we keep having trouble. More Recording said the save files are compatible. Like, it's just a text file, and it shouldn't be too hard to move that around if necessary. Always an adventure streaming old Mac games. Okay, I'm gonna quit again. Also, I'm gonna change a setting here. ScummVM has a setting to not fully quit the app when you close a game, and that might fix the problem without me having to recapture each time. If this continues happening so frequently, I guess we will try. We'll try switching back to the Mac version. Let's see. So the setting I want is somewhere. MISC? No. Oh, we could also try the latest daily build. Oh, it is set on return to the launcher when leaving a game. It's not doing that. Let's actually, I downloaded the latest build earlier. But I decided not to install it. I just wanted to have it handy in case it seemed like it was worthwhile. But given we're having technical issues, I think that's a yes, it is worthwhile. So let's just swap things around here real quick. Okay. Okay. Fingers crossed. You can submit a pull request with your own malware in it. No, thank you. I will not be doing that. Metalfoot's line made me laugh as a kid. Definitely worth hearing. Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right. Don't let me down. Metalfoot, Captain Hammer's personal robot.
The captain wants you down on the bridge. Now.
Great. Worth the trouble. Thank you, Metalfoot. All right. Exciting. I like the animation here. This one's wiggling side to side. This one's wiggling up and down. That's great. Just so you know they're doing stuff. Hello, Dragonfax. Can we talk to these people? Ooh, he's got like some kind of neural implant or something. That's exciting. Oh, you think a different interaction. Okay. I'm glad to know there's more Metalfoot to come. Space. You gaze at the view of near infinite space. What mysteries lie beyond the distant stars? What indeed? At least we can watch them from different angles. I guess they each have a little joystick they're wiggling around. What's up, dude?
Locked in on a Kroll dreadnought. There she is. Magnify the image. She's away from her patrol fleet, maybe on a covert mission. We'll never get a chance like this again. We'll cut her off, get to the upper deck guns, and stand by to blast that baby to kingdom come.
Oh no. I knew this was coming. Upper deck guns. I'm scared. This is gonna be, like, I feel like this has gotta be way worse than the punching, right? Okay. So this is all the way to the top. I like how a lot of this game is just, we talk to the captain, he tells me to go somewhere, and I do that. Occasionally there's a brief conversation. Hello, Biostats. Hello, Adventure Josh. Good to see you both. Mac gaming was definitely a different beast from PC gaming back then. Indeed. Indeed. I will say, like, generally, like, at the time, these games did not have as many issues.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.
Like, a lot of these issues are specific to, you know, either playing in ScumVM or playing in an emulator. I feel like DOSBox gets a lot of attention, especially in regards to gaming, because, you know, there's just a wider audience of people that want to be able to keep playing those games. Well, that reminds me, there's a new Mac emulator, which is wild. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it yet. It's, I think, still kind of early-ish in development. I don't know if it would be I don't know if it would be an improvement over Mini VMAC for my streaming stuff or not, but it's definitely worth taking a look at. I think it's called Snow. I'm so scared of this.
Do some damage, kid. Use careful timing to make a direct hit. Knock down their shields, and they'll be ours.
I'll do my best. Oh, God. Warlock shields. Wait. We were told in the manual that there would be buttons down here that we're not clicking on the... Or do I use the keys on my keyboard? That doesn't work. Like, yeah, this is definitely working. I'm just confused why this doesn't match up with what we were told in the guide, which was so extensive. How do I... Oh, that's my shields down there.
Our shields are almost gone. Strike those troll dogs now or we'll be destroyed.
I'm busy. For some reason, like, there's so much going on, and, like, I saw this down here, but I was thinking that was the enemies, like, health bar. But that's ours. I don't know how close we are here. Oh, we're toast. Oh, shit. Death in space. Your incompetence caused the destruction of the Warlock and her intrepid crew. Drawn and quartered by the blast, your pathetic remains were scattered across space. Not as good of a song on this stuff. Thank you for the rip. Mini VMAC is great, but doesn't really handle the color 68K that well. So an interesting thing about Mini VMAC that I occasionally think about is that its Macintosh 2 support is unfinished. I don't know exactly what that means. I've never come across a better explanation than just that vague bit of info. But it's not done. So like I feel like the black and white stuff, which is, you know, prior to the Mac 2, that all seems really solid. I rarely run into issues with that. But yeah, the color stuff, which, you know, requires the Mac 2 emulator, is definitely not nearly as solid. So that's probably why we ran into that freeze at the very least. All right, we need to open. Okay, I guess I should have done another save there before we actually got to the shooting, but at least we get to say hi to Metalfoot again.
The captain wants you down on the bridge. Now.
Yeah, drawn and quartered by the blast is kind of wild.
We've locked in on a Kroll dreadnought. There she is. Magnify the image. She's away from her patrol fleet. Maybe on a covert mission. We'll never get a chance like this again. We'll cut her off, get to the upper deck guns, and stand by to blast that baby to kingdom come.
I like this guy's voice. Yeah, Adventure Josh said, looks like Snow targets the same range as Mini VMAC to a large degree. 128K to Mac 2. Yes, I noticed that as well. So I feel like overall, I'm very happy with Mini VMAC. So like that's a high bar to set. But also if it eventually has like complete Mac 2 emulation, that could be a huge improvement when I need to do color stuff, especially. Res Mason's Bundabergen, nice. Okay, got to remember to save before we start shooting. I meant more like running programs built more for a 2CI to perform a time frame are a bit rough in Mini VMAC. Got it. Why do they call them Metalfoot? I think it's because they got metal feet.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.
Basilisk 2 is not in good shape. Yeah, I have, like, out of all the options, that's probably been the one I have been the most unhappy with. I think, like, my biggest issue with it is that there's no control over speed at all. And on modern, like, recent Macs, it runs way too fast for playing any games on it. And it is also, like, not great in terms of stability. But like, I'm happy to have all of the existing emulators. I would much rather have an imperfect Mac emulator than have a whole like category of Mac games I can't play at all. Okay, what are we naming this? Dreadnought? Is that what they call that ship? So how do you spell Dreadnought? To the wardroom. Indeed. Which Mac is best? Mac Plus. It's my choice. The Mac Plus kind of did everything you really need. We could have just stopped there, maybe made a faster Mac Plus at best.
Kid. Use careful timing to make a direct hit. Knock down their shields, and they'll be ours.
I'll try. Like, there's not anything I can do to avoid being hit. I guess the idea is, like, if my shooting is good, then we'll take out their ship before they take out ours. But also, like, I don't really know how I'm supposed to time this. It takes so long for my blasts to get to the right spot that it feels like there's just a lot of luck involved. The ship movements are not super predictable. Am I doing good? I don't really know. I definitely don't think I'm doing good now.
Strike those Kroll dogs now or we'll be destroyed.
Buddy. Oh, thought we had that one. Oh, God. Oh! Oh, God. It's not looking good, y'all. I wonder if there's any tips on this one like there were with the fist fight. God, I hope so. Like, I am mostly just, like, clicking. It seems like it's generally worth taking a shot as soon as the previous one is hit. Oh, God. All right. That's it. Hello, Mizrai. Good to see you. Enjoyed your Blueprint stream the other day. If anyone has not followed Mizrai, please give him a follow. Res Mason has a much more detailed answer than mine. There's several best Macs for specific time periods of platform history. PowerBook G3 is a pretty versatile Mac for exploring the past and connecting to the present. With the FireWire 400 to 800 cable, to a FireWire 800 to USB 3 cable, to a USB 3 to USB-C cable, to a contemporary machine. Wow. That's a lot of adapters. I've occasionally hooked a couple adapters together to plug things together, but I've never done anything that intense. Punch the spaceship in the eyes, exactly. Adventure Josh said, Basilisk 2 used to be able to accurately work at various target CPU speeds and not crash, but, well, that was in the 90s when the creators still looked after it. Yeah, I feel like it seems like a general issue with the emulators available is like, whoever used to work on them is not really spending any time on them these days. Adventure Josh is partial to an SE30. I've never actually used the SE30 myself, but that does seem like a pretty nice machine, and I think there are lots of folks who would agree with you. It seems like dumb RNG. Yeah, it's very simple. Like, I mean, Director was not really designed for making games in. Certainly not for action games. So they made a choice, and I feel like this is kind of the most they could do.
Damn it, kid. Use careful timing to make a direct hit. Knock down their shields, and they'll be ours.
Like, I think if I had a primary complaint with this segment, it's that there's nothing I can do to avoid getting hit. Like, I don't know, if I could, like, if they were, like, firing missiles that I could shoot out of the sky if I'm really lucky, that would feel a little bit more satisfying, even if it was, like, extremely unlikely that I could actually accomplish that. Am I getting better? I can't tell. I feel like I might be. And by better, I mean just happen to be getting luckier. I feel good about this. I think we got this one. I shouldn't say that.
Good work, kid. knocked her out. We're moving in now.
Yes. Let's go. I hope I get to board the ship. I hope we get to see inside the ship at least. Even if I don't get to do anything myself. This is a weird looking ship.
Meet me at the airlock on the upper deck. We're boarding the Kroll ship.
Let's go. Captain has ordered you to meet him at the airlock in the upper deck. All right, let's save. Mizra said, thanks. Loving blueprints. I feel like I'm coming to the end of what I know I need to do, but I feel like that means the game is about to reveal another layer. Yeah, I have definitely been through that more than once, I think. Also, I just remembered how I learned a tiny bit of new information on Nizroy's stream. That gave me some ideas. I don't know if it'll help me with any of the things I feel stuck on, but I need to give that a try. Let's see, how do we get to the airlock? Oh, we have... Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so it's just... We don't need to take the lift, it's just in the middle of the deck we're on. So that way? Yeah? Maybe it's that way. Oh, I remember that time we accidentally died in the airlock. That was pretty funny. Okay, that's not it. Oh, here we go. This looks positive. Res Mason, we were just talking about snow. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but it looks pretty neat. And I'm glad, like, anytime anyone is working on anything that could potentially be used to run old Mac software, it's very exciting for me.
Kid, leave these dogs on board the Kroll ship and see what you can salvage. You may run into some live ones, so take this blaster with you.
Gun? Let's go.
Now go. Grab anything that looks valuable.
All right. I was too busy counting marker switches this weekend to try it, but I have it downloaded. Nice. I have not gotten to that step myself. Is this game funny? I would say yes. Res Mason says maybe not intentionally. Like, I feel like this is definitely not a game that's taking itself super seriously. Some things that are funny were maybe not intentional. I guess Res Mason disagrees with me. It seems to take itself seriously like Birdemic. I'm not familiar with that. I like these animations. Like it's taking itself seriously in a specific way, I guess, is how I would describe it. Oh, this is cool. Oh shit.
Or you will die. Get him. Good shot.
That was really good.
What's that? It's treasure.
Hell yeah, dude.
Gonna love taking back to the ship.
That's great. The dissolve, very good. Okay, is this just a dead end? Oh.
Smell easy Kroll blood and gold.
Yeah? I was about to say which way, but he's looking to the right. I think that's actually telling me which way to go.
It's treasure. More treasure. Take it back to the ship.
See you, buddy.
Let's go.
Okay. This is a good game. I like it. Oh, yikes. Oh, God.
You will die.
Yeah, probably. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh! Did I just get lucky before? Did one of my buddies shoot him? It's definitely buddies in air quotes, just to be clear. I don't trust these guys. I don't trust anybody. I'm gonna die, and I haven't saved. I'm gonna have to come all the way back here. What am I doing wrong? Okay, we got him. Okay. Oh, God. There's a red eye right below the main eye, and it seemed like aiming at that was the most effective. Death aboard a Kroll dreadnought. You were killed by an adept Kroll warrior. Indeed, I was. Several other crew members died with you as your body blocked the passage, cutting off their retreat. Everybody was behind me. You can't blame that on me. The Kroll ship escaped, and your pathetic remains were displayed in a Kroll anti-piracy rally. Damn. Always my pathetic remains. The music is pretty great. I'm a fan of the music. Oh. My files are out of order here. Catch up on chat here. This game might be good. I agree. I think we need that scream as a command. Yeah, I was thinking maybe my scream command can alternate between some different screams now. Rig has that scream at the end of the Hat Slam Redeem. Really? I don't know what Hat Slam Redeem means, but that's great. I'm glad that like this game doesn't have a lot of awareness, but there's definitely, a decent number of people that are aware of it, which is great. Each time you get treasure, you lose a helper on the ship, I guess. Yeah, it seemed that way. And I think there were 3 guys with us, right? Seems like ship combat and gun combat are basically the same. There's definitely not a huge difference. At least there's like some there's some minor variation in mechanics, even though it feels like we're barely doing anything different. I guess I appreciate that. I appreciate
Kid,
that they tried.
Leave these dogs on board the Kroll ship and see what you can salvage. You may run into some live ones, so take this blaster with you.
Rez Mason says someone should remake this with a 90s era Gwar kind of brutish illustration style, like the art you'd see on Pogs or Garbage Pail Kids cards. That's kind of amazing to imagine.
Now go. Grab anything that looks valuable.
Sure thing, dude. Silver says I don't know about that one. Don't shoot inside your own ship. It's dangerous. Okay, we're saving now that we're in here. I still don't know how to spell dreadnought. I'll do it the same way I did before. Okay.
Surrender, Terran.
Nice.
Good
That
job.
scream is so good.
What's that? It's treasure. The captain's gonna love. Take it back to the ship.
I'm a big fan of the imagery of them holding the
It's treasure.
pot of treasure.
More treasure. Take it back to the ship.
Okay. Let's do another save here, actually. We'll just overwrite that last one. Yeah, that's fine. Only art I remember from the 90s is whatever was on Trapper Keepers and lots of Magic Eye stuff. Who could forget these things? All right, here we go. Okay, we're already off to a much better start. Yeah. Come on, quit hopping around. Jeez. How many hit points this guy got? Oh, no. Oh, come on. Crap. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. He's really hopping now. Jeez. Oh, come on. Each hit, I'm like, all right, we got him. But no, it just keeps going. Oh, heck. I feel like the hitbox here is tiny. Oh, God. Oh, what? Are you kidding?
Will die.
Are you for real? Why aren't my guys helping me? We still have one guy with us. I'm learning some advanced techniques here. Yeah, there we go. Please tell me that's it. What?
You will die.
What? Give her the scream. I really hope that my hit points reset after each fight here. I'm also like, I'm a little bit wondering, like, is this intentional, or is it possible there's a Scum VM bug here? There's really no way to know. Okay, we did it. Oh, thank God. Oh no, I can't save. Oh God. Can't save. Okay. Tell me this is it.
It's treasure. The captain's gonna love this. I'll take it back to the ship.
Can I save now? Oh God, what's that? Okay, good, I can save. Oh God. What a game. I think that scream was a better scream than the first one. It might be. We worked really hard on the hopping droids who are getting our money's worth. Excuse me. I'm just taking in the sound effects. What is this? At first I thought it's like a reactor or something, but now I'm wondering if it's a communication device. The Kroll Overmind, the Kroll's supreme intelligence. Really? You now have the Overmind. I just took it? I thought for sure it was like connected to stuff. Huh. Fascinating. Well, I guess we're done here. Why did it disappear? I don't know. Maybe that's just how the inventory works. I guess that happened with the fire extinguisher as well. Can I? Okay. What's up, bud? High five?
I heard you kick some Kroll butt. You're tougher than I thought. The captain wants to talk to you in the wardroom right away.
Oh. You okay, bud? Oh, okay. Okay, so back to the wardroom. Thank you, Metalfoot. Okay. Wardroom is... So we want to go to the 4 elevator again, which I think is this one. I'm curious how long this is. Like, I would have thought we were still pretty early in the game, but then we got the Kroll Overmind. Like that seems like a late game thing to have happening. I assume the Overmind is going to help us find Terra. Is that what it's called? Maybe you also need to find the Undermind. That could be.
You brought back a Kroll Overmind.
Yeah.
That baby will lead us straight to the Kroll secret hideout.
Oh,
We'll be
okay.
there soon. For now, get some rest. You've earned it.
Thanks. Still
Now,
haven't earned it.
Get some rest. You've
Still
earned
haven't earned a drink though. Okay. So back to the crew deck. I just remembered how we can talk to Stella in the hold. We haven't been able to talk to Starbird. And also I couldn't really find much to get a interesting response out of Stella. But I wonder if it's worth trying to talk to her again. Let's give it a shot. True ending requires the Nevermind. I genuinely have no idea if this game would have different endings. Hangar? Oh, we got to go down to engineering. And then from there, I guess there's a different lift. Or maybe it's just a ladder that goes down to the up the brig. I really wish there was anything on these screens to help me figure out which way I need to go. Brig, okay. Bloody Cactus. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks so much for coming by. Hope you had a good stream. Shadow Gambit: The Cursed Crew. I am not familiar with this, but I hope it was fun. We are playing Spaceship Warlock, which... Oh, let me go grab my copy. I picked up a copy of the game, so I figure I might as well share it occasionally, right? It's pretty neat packaging, I think. This is Spaceship Warlock. This is a pretty early CD-ROM game, originally for Macintosh. A few years later, they did eventually release a Windows version of it as well. But this one requires a Macintosh 2. The ship in the center is the Spaceship Warlock. We have a cast of characters along the bottom here. Captain Hammer, Stella, Captain Starbird, and us. We play as ourselves in this game. This is created by Mike Sands and Joe Sparks, who also made a number of other games, at least one of them together. And Joe Sparks also went on to create Total Distortion, which is also very good. This is was made in Macromedia Director, which was not really designed for making games, but you could definitely make some pretty complex stuff in it. But this has some very clunky action segments in it. And the rest of it has been kind of simplistic, but overall it has been a lot of fun regardless. Also, I really like both the music and art. Those death screens are screaming for the "You Are Dead" song. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Okay. Oh no, we lost audio again. Heck. That's a bummer. So playing old Mac games is kind of challenging. We started out playing this in an emulator because I no longer have an old Mac that could run a color game. And also don't have any old Macs that are really set up for streaming because that's a fairly complicated setup to do. But we have since switched to ScumVM, which has mostly been pretty good. But today, for some reason, we're running into this audio issue where we're just suddenly not hearing what the characters are saying. And restarting seems to fix it. Let's see, is there... No. I'm trying to remember what the... Oh no. All right, I'll stop messing with that. I'm trying to get the ScumVM menu to pop up here, but I'll just quit it. Thank you for your patience. Always an adventure streaming old games, especially old Mac games. While we're here, for the Raiders that just came in, I'll let you enjoy the introduction and wonderful theme song. So basically, some aliens have taken over the galaxy. They moved Terra, humanity's home planet, and Captain Hammer and his crew are trying to find it. So we were initially kidnapped, but then joined the crew, and now we're helping Captain Hammer find our home planet as a fellow human. All right.
So now you've joined these scurvy space dogs?
I have. It's true. The text parser here is clearly very simple, so I'm just going to try some different, like, one-word options.
I'm very disappointed in you. Can't you do anything?
Everything I try, that's her response. Starbird is her
you
dad.
Think it's fine to rape and rob. Please help us.
I think that audio issue there is a little ScumVM quirk. What else could we say? Let's just say her name.
I'm very disappointed in you. Please help
Yeah,
us.
I know. I'm very disappointed we can't figure out what to say to you. Help.
I'm very disappointed in you. Can't
Okay, I give up. We tried. Okay, what were we told to do? Go to bed, I think? I think we were told to go to bed. So we recently boarded a Krull dreadnought and captured the Krull Overmind. And I think now we're on our way to the... What floor are we on? Engineering. Okay, so we need to go up to crew deck. I think now we're on our way to like the Krull home base or something. I can't wait to see what kind of exciting gameplay we'll do there. All right, here's our cabin. We just have a bed, a glass of water, a cold drink, a warm bed, and a vid screen. What more could a junior space pirate ask for?
Meet me on the bridge, right now.
Wait, what? Is that a bug? That seems wrong. We can watch some sexy TV, and we can talk
Meet me on the bridge, right
to
now.
the captain, and that's about it. We only get 2 channels. Let's try going to bed. The crewman's bed feels like a slab of permaplast, but the pillow is soft. Sleep is near. Okay, we're going to sleep. I bet we'll have some exciting dreams again. It sounded like a dial-up modem sound effect. Whoa, what the heck is that? In your dreams, you envision the multiple dimensions of the universe. The true shape of the cosmic all is revealed to you. It is an image of harmony and purity. Damn, dude. On the other hand, actually, you're just dreaming. It's no such thing, although it's nice to imagine, so. This is a cool effect, though.
Hey, wake up. Meet me on the bridge, right now.
Okay. Back to the bridge. There's still a few different areas of the ship we haven't had any reason to go to. Captain's quarters. Let's try going to the captain's quarters. And then there's also a hangar that I think we'll check out before we go to the bridge. We have the opportunity to explore, so we might as well look around a little bit. Oh, interesting. Can't go in. I mean, I'm not too surprised by that, but I guess I thought we'd get a little bit more than simply clicking does nothing. Oh well. Let's see what the hangar looks like. I think that's the last area where we haven't done anything at all yet. So, okay, here's hangar. Interesting. Oh yeah, when we're on the luxury space liner and got raided, they launched a bunch of smaller ships. So these little attack ships. Oh, can we? Can we just leave? What is that? Oh no, not again. Should we try going back to the Mac version? Just for kicks? Just for fun? Tell you what, I'm gonna take a short break. Let's go ahead and I guess we gotta exit before we try this. Let's see, we're on 14. I'm gonna see if I can get this loaded up in the Mac emulator, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you here. So I'm gonna take a break, let's say 5 minutes-ish, and I'll see y'all in a few. Hello. I wanted to interrupt the song before saying anything because I feel like it's just so overpowering. Okay. So this might require some live troubleshooting, but if it does, it probably won't take... Yeah, okay. I just dropped the file in here and did not... So if you're not familiar with classic Mac OS, it did not use file extensions. Instead of the file extension to indicate the file type, it had some metadata that's stored with it. So there's a creator type and then file type. So it stores both the type of file and the program that created it. And sometimes you can just, load up a file and whatever program you're using is just like, whatever, I'll just treat this as the file type I expect, and you don't have to fuss with anything. But occasionally, if you're moving files back and forth from a modern operating system, you have to add that metadata in so it will recognize the file. And that does seem to be the case here. Oh, wait, shoot. I don't know what the actual file type it wants is. So I was going to make a save. I guess we got to actually start again. Okay, we can save right here. That's great. Adventure Josh says the odd thing about the way the file type is done is it's not just information in the file because of the funk of the forks. Yeah, is stored in the resource fork, which is not part of the file itself. If you've ever opened a zip file and noticed a file that's like __ macOS or something, that is actually a way of storing that resource fork data in a zip file. There are various ways to deal with this in modern times when it's necessary. But in this case, we simply don't have the information to transfer in the first place. So we need to make it up. So here is our test file. That will give us the actual type we want. And then our other file is where we want to transfer it to. So we're going to use this program called ResEdit, which does a number of things. This is definitely the primary thing I've used it for. It can also edit a bunch of information, like if you want to do some minor hacking in old Mac programs, you can like change about screens and customize icons and stuff in ResEdit. And it's also a tool for programmers to set those things up in the first place. Oh wait, this is actually not the... We want get file folder info. Okay, so it's a type text and creator is just question marks. That's interesting, but that's fine. It probably doesn't matter that we set the creator, just that we give it type text, which is kind of what I was expecting. All this other stuff is not really our concern. So by default, I used a program to bring this over that just kind of treats everything as like this same binary format. We'll give it the same creator just Just because why not? And now it should recognize it. Hello, Lady Normand. Good to see you. Salt Ranger, did I say hello to you? In my head I did, but maybe not out loud. Hope you're doing good, both of you. All right. Hopefully this works. Hopefully we won't get any more freezes tonight. Res Mason says, Res at it's neat, but it'd be weird if some kid, like, made it their whole personality. I don't think it'd be that weird. All right, let's open movie. There we go. We got our test file and the one we brought over from ScumVM. Well, I won't bother now, but I did mean to open up the file and show what it looks like. It is just a text file. I think I talked about this last week, but like, in my recollection, I don't think Director really had any support for like any concept of save data, but like you could read and write arbitrary files. So, you know, a lot of programs made in Director will just, you know, have a format that they make up, and, you know, the easiest way to do is just to write some data into a file. So I looked at this file format earlier, and it's a bunch of lines. Most of the lines are just a number. So, you know, presumably each line means something specific in the game, and it's just keeping track of various information, like, you know, whether or not we've done a particular thing, you know, whether or not we currently have a certain item or something like that. Oh no. We'll try to find this. This could be a problem. Data Warlock ship out Marauder. Huh. Oh, there's data. Okay. Do we have out Marauder? Like, it's a little bit concerning that it's asking me to find this file in the first place. Okay, it is there. Interesting. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay. This looks fine. I think we're okay. It's working. Okay. And at least now we know how to switch back and forth.
Meet me on the bridge, right now.
Okay. Doesn't want me goofing around. Oh, okay. I was confused by this here, but I can see now it's like part of the ship. So this is like a transparent display. That's fun.
Meet me on the bridge, right now.
Okay. I can't fire the lasers. Oh, a spacesuit. Spacesuit is to be donned before extravehicular activity in harsh atmospheres. There's no need to wear it in the air-conditioned comfort of the Warlock. It'd be cool, though, right? It'd be fun to walk around in that a little bit. Which the Amiga EA approach to file metadata had won. Oh, you do elaborate. IFF files are a list of typed and named binary chunks, giving you more or less all the types of things you get out of resource forks in a simple linear byte stream. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Meet me on the bridge, right now.
Okay. Maybe he means meat, M-E-A-T. Could be. I guess we need to find the meat first. All right. We'll quit horsing around. I don't think we heard this track before. I guess the audio cut out before we got there. Okay, so the bridge is right over here.
Glad I'm not in your shoes. Captain wants you for a suicide mission. He's waiting
Oh,
for
no.
you on the bridge. Move your butt and get down there.
I like when the robot says "but." It's funny. Oh, yikes. We're going through an asteroid field. Adventure Josh says both IFF and resource forks to be used to achieve many of the goals that XML was supposed to achieve, i.e. programs making use of the data they understand and ignoring the stuff they don't care about, without all the overhead. Interesting. All right, Hammer. What's going on?
We've located the secret Kroll base. It's hidden in an asteroid belt. There she is, dead center. Those Kroll are tricky, devils.
That?
Magnify the image. See that
Oh.
crater? Looks
Sneaky.
just large enough for a marauder. Here's the plan. We'll divert their attention while you sneak inside with a single marauder. You might be able to snag whatever it is they're hiding. Man your marauder on the hangar deck. Now.
We're going right back to where we were goofing around. Okay. So it turns out we were just
Man your battle stations.
preparing for our mission. I guess the emulator here is a little bit louder, so let me put that down just a tiny bit. As always, feel free to let me know if or the game seems a little too quiet or too loud. Robot. What's over here? I guess just the aft elevator. Lift, excuse me. Yeah. Okay, let's sit down and then do another save. Okay. Oh, I can't save here. I forgot about that. Okay, that's fine. How do I?
All right, kid. This is the most important mission of your life. We'll cover you on your way down to the asteroid. Sneak in and hit them before they hit you. Grab what you can and come back in one piece.
Are you ready? Type here. Yes.
Stand by.
All right, let's go. That was a funny sound. Wait, I died? What? Oh, I didn't close the hatch. Oh, classic blunder. Death in hard vacuum. You left the hatch open. Your body exploded in the sudden decompression as your ship passed through the Warlock's force field and into the vacuum of space. The Warlock's crew was saddened over the loss of such a fine ship. Every single time I expect to be able to like click to just advance to the, restore screen. Riz Mason says the Snow emulator is one of those apps with its own open file dialog box. I can hear the metallic groan of my expectations dropping. So you mean it's like it's not using the native dialog box? That's definitely concerning to me. I forget what is programmed in Rust, I want to say. I don't know that much about Rust. I'm just wondering if that has anything to do with it. Okay, so we got to find this again. I'm curious if we'll continue to have this weirdness after doing a save from the Mac version again. Okay, I really should have saved. Like, I tried to save, but when I couldn't, I thought, well, we'll just wait for the next opportunity. Oh, it was very foolish of me. Is that the right way? Yeah, I think that's the right way.
Glad I'm not in your shoes. Captain wants you for a suicide mission. He's waiting for you on the bridge. Move your butt and get down there.
You gaze at the disconcerting view of the asteroid belt. Tons of rock and metal tumble aimlessly through the void.
We've located the secret Kroll base. It's hidden in an asteroid belt. There she is, dead center. Those Kroll are tricky devils. Magnify the image. See that crater? Looks just large enough for a marauder. Here's the plan. We'll divert their attention while you sneak inside with a single marauder. You might be able to snag whatever it is they're hiding. Man your marauder on the hangar deck. Now.
All right. I'm curious if we might wrap this up tonight. Like, it just... I guess it's hard to know how long this game might be, and it's hard to know where the story might go. Like, I could easily see, like, after this segment, we just kind of go straight to, like, an ending animation where we find Terra, or maybe, you know, finding Terra is just, like, a whole entire part of the game. Could go either way. All right, let's save. We gotta have some of the sound effects from this game as redeemed. I agree. It's been a bit since I've done anything in Director, but I'm sure there's some way to get those out of here. And, you know, if nothing else, I can always just record them straight from the game. Okay, so this is 15 Marauder. This Kroll scream and the robot telling you to move your butt. I agree. Those are the best ones so far. Maybe there's even better to come. All right, close the hatch. We gotta close the hatch. What just happened to your mic quality? I don't know. I don't see anything unusual on my end. It could be that your bitrate dropped or something. Silver says not that I'm hearing.
All right, kid. This is the most important mission of your life. We'll cover you on your way down to the asteroid. Sneak in and hit them before they hit you. Grab what you can and come back in one piece.
Make sure you're not on low latency mode. Twitch gets weird if their servers are having issues. Interesting. I always keep low latency mode on just because it's nice to have low latency, and like I generally don't have any issues.
Stand by.
Oh no, what now? This is going to be a whole bit, isn't it? Like, is this something I needed to do before launching the ship? What was that? Oh, we have controls down here. I completely missed that. Okay. 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 Whew. All right, we did it. We're landed. I'm definitely gonna save again. So I don't trust this game. Oh. As soon, like, as I was clicking the button, I was like, oh, heck, the spacesuit. Death in hard vacuum. You were swept out of the Marauder without a spacesuit. The crew of the Warlock continued their quest, thankfully short of one inept crew member. Y'all don't gotta be so mean on the death screens. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's turn left this time. You're now wearing the spacesuit. Thank you. I haven't even played Police Quest ever, but this is very much reminding me of what I've heard about Police Quest, which is like you just have to like there's lots of fussy little things you have to be very explicit about. Okay. That's a fun view. It's kind of funny that they're suddenly throwing this kind of stuff at us when they previously had not. Oh, I got my gun. Great. I love to have my gun. Is this just a weird hole? Okay, we're going down the hole. Ooh, interesting. Oh god.
Or you will die.
Oh, it doesn't get old. Ooh. Oh no. So I just had a memory. First of all, like, we have choices to make. It's not the first time this has happened, but I had the thought, I wonder if I should map this. And then I remembered how, I think it was the European release of the game, comes with a map of, I think, this very area. I will map it. Let's, I guess I'll just use my little book here for now, but if we run out of room, I can always restart the map on bigger paper. Okay, let's go left first. Interesting lighting. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's where we came from, and that's the other direction. I think that's what's going on there. I thought we had walked in further.
Surrender, Terran, or you will.
He's a fast one. Oh, God. I like this game. Death at the hands of the Kroll. The Kroll guard easily overpowered you. Your death only confirmed Krollian beliefs about Kroll superiority. Damn. Okay. Back to start. Oh, spacesuit. 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 All right, I didn't really include the hole on my map, but it's fine. Oh, I forgot.
No escape.
Okay. Let's save here. Fork 1. We'll go left again. And I think we hit another fork behind the guy that killed us.
Surrender, Terran, or
Oh, God. That's tough.
what?
Oh, yeah, I hadn't even thought about it, but our reloading process has been much better. It's good.
Surrender, Terran.
There we go. Okay. Just gotta figure out where he's gonna be. And aim there. Okay, I'm gonna keep going left. Oh, jeez. Let's continue left. Okay, a dead end. You must have made a wrong turn somewhere. Keep trying. Thank you for the encouragement. Okay, we'll go this direction now. So we should be here. Interesting. Oh, we're going down.
There is
Okay.
no escape.
Draw some stairs here. We did have some kind of weird stairs. And another fork. Okay. I'm gonna... I guess I won't bother to save right now. Maple Mystery, hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming by. Oh no, Res Mason. I just shattered a glass while troubleshooting my speaker setup, so I'm now handling transparent shards while my setup continues to butcher the stream audio. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Maple Mystery, thank you so much for coming by, Julia. I hope you had a good rest of your stream. Oh, you're playing Portopia. Oh man, that's been on my list for a while now. That's very exciting. Please tell me what you think so far. I'm very curious. If anyone is not familiar with Portopia serial murder case, it is a very early mystery game. And I've been wanting to play it for a long time just because it's inspired so many other games in that genre. And it looks pretty interesting. But again, I hope you had a great stream. If anyone's not following Julia, please give her a follow. Fantastic streamer and game dev. It's really cute so far, and I'm playing it in Japanese to learn. Oh, that's exciting. That's very cool. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think it was ever released in English, but I believe there is a fan patch. So yeah, when I eventually get to it, that's definitely what I'll be doing. I do not really know any Japanese except for like a couple of words of like, honestly, like I probably wouldn't even recognize the words if they were said by a Japanese person. But that's very exciting. Hello, Sakanaka, good to see you. So we're playing Spaceship Warlock, which I will share the box here again. It's an extremely 90s game. This was released originally in 91. It's a very early CD-ROM game, originally for Macintosh exclusively. It was later released after a few years for Windows as well. But there's the titular Spaceship Warlock ship, along with our main cast of characters: Captain Hammer, Stella, Captain Starbird, and you. I'm in this game. This was made by Mike Sands and Joe Sparks. And Joe Sparks, if anyone's not familiar, also created Total Distortion. A great musician. Has done not a ton of video game stuff, but it's all been pretty great. Just enjoyable and occasionally a little bit goofy in a very good way. Mike Sands is an artist and programmer, and also created a comic book called Shatter that was originally drawn entirely in Mac Paint. Eventually switched to a different Mac program, but I really got to track down some issues of that because it looks very cool. Hunziker Crush, thank you for flushing your coins down the toilet. So we're currently, to give you some background, we're kidnapped by pirates. Captain Hammer and his ship, the Spaceship Warlock, kidnapped us, but then we decided to join his crew because the Krull have taken over the galaxy, and they stole Terra, which I guess is the Earth of this universe, and they hid it. They hid the planet somewhere else. Nobody knows where it is, but we have since been kidnapped, found and taken control of the Krull Overmind, which I think is just like a brain in a jar, maybe? That's kind of what it looked like. But the Overmind led us to the Krull base, which was hidden in an asteroid belt. So we're currently in a maze on that, in that base, which itself looks like it's disguised to look like an asteroid. So I'm doing a little mapping here. I don't know if this tiny notebook is going to be enough room for this maze, but we'll find out. I also am not entirely sure where I am right now. Heck. Hello, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I had this game as a kid, but I couldn't get it to run properly on my computer at the time. I like the opening song now. Yes, the opening song is great. If y'all hang around a bit, I will share the opening song. We'll do that after I die again, let's say. Is this going to the stairs? No, this is somewhere else. Oh. There's a lot of very good sound effects. I guess I'm going to abandon the map for now until I have some idea of where we're at. Oh, okay, this looks exciting. A Kroll vault. You have penetrated the Kroll base defenses and now stand before a Kroll magnetic vault. Okay, we're going to save here. So rude to hide the planet. It really is. Can I shoot it? Nice. Oh. Maybe shoot these? No. Interesting. I guess I probably need to find some, like, key or something? Oh. Okay, or I just needed to keep shooting it. The music in this is so good. I'm just pausing a moment to enjoy the music in case we suddenly interrupt it. This is very dramatic. We're just getting a tiny bit closer each time here. The Kroll Drive. The most advanced development of the Kroll Imperium is also their secret weapon. The Kroll Drive can transport entire planets across the universe. It can also be used as a ship drive with minor modifications. Interesting. I wonder if, like, we need to install this in the Spaceship Warlock to find Terra or something. Just that bit at the end is interesting. Mission accomplished. You now have the Kroll Drive. Get back to the ship. Oh, yes. Yeah, the navigation is indeed very Myst-like. I guess, well, hopefully we can get out of here without getting lost. Huh. It's funny that we just kind of backed up there. The nasty Kroll may be surprised to find their drive missing. Okay. I really hope I can find my way out. I mostly went left to get there, so... Okay, this is positive. This is the stairs. So I think at the next fork we want to take a left. I think we're right here. The music got interesting. And now we want to go right. I hope. Hello, Junior Skeg. Oh, no. Okay. We were not where I thought I was. So I'm just crossing fingers that we can figure this out. Oh, jeez.
Hi, mister.
Thank you for the hello. If I keep going right, we'll eventually get out, right? No. I can't help but wonder if I'm in a loop right now. Okay, next one I'm going to go left because I feel like we're just making a circle. I really only have vibes to go on, but... Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Like, the stairs down, that can't possibly be the way out, I don't think. Let's go right here and see if we hit that dead end. No. Okay. So that's a different fork than I thought. Oh, there's the dead end. Okay. Good, I think. So right here. And then right again. At the next fork. And then another right. And hopefully we'll be out. Oh, okay. I was like, oh god, another dead end, but this is the exit. Okay, I'm gonna save here because I've been nervous this whole time. And I feel like very soon they're gonna throw a bunch of enemies at us. This all looks very intestinal. It sure does. It sure does. I'm excited to be leaving this place. Is the exact spot where you drop down into the caves. Look up. Okay. Thank you. Whew. All right. Do I need to take off my spacesuit? Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, okay. The game had mercy on me this time. Before we had to close the hatch ourselves or perish. And we did perish. More than once. Okay. Scared. I thought for sure we'd be doing combat on the way back. Okay. I assume we want to go to the bridge? Here's our buddy Metalfoot.
Well, you made it out alive. The captain is waiting for you in the wardroom. He wants to talk to you now.
Oh, okay. Not the bridge. Thank you, Metalfoot. Song reminded me of Morning Dew by Bad Lip Reading. Interesting. Okay, wardroom. All right. What now, Hammer? Hello, Edenwaith. Good to see you.
You took on the Kroll in their own lair. You nabbed the Kroll drive. Excellent work. We now have the means to take on the Kroll and find Terra. You'd better get some rest.
Time for another nap. And I still can't have a drink, I assume? interesting. It's not even saying anything to me now. Also, that alcohol is like, it looks black. It can't be good. Can't be healthy. I guess it does have a skull and crossbones on the bottle, so he knows what he's drinking. Okay, so we're going to the crew deck now. The dream sequences in this game are very interesting, so I'm excited to see what we'll dream about tonight. Every time it's been like 2 minutes since I saved, I get very nervous. Anyways, says dream of that classic Mac screensaver known as Electric Sheep. It's definitely familiar. I can't quite picture the screensaver, but I'm picturing an electric sheep, which I don't know if it's like the icon or something. Oh wait, no, maybe the sheep I'm imagining is the sheep shaver icon. I'm Googling it to see if I can find a screenshot of it or something. Alright, I got nothing. Okay, let's see. Up here on the right, cabin 23. Okay, so for folks that just came in, I'll introduce our quarters here. We just have a cold drink, a warm bed, and a vid screen. Our vid screen gets 2 channels. One where we can talk to the captain, and...
Meet me on the bridge, kid. We found Tara.
Oh, I don't even get a nap? I'm going to take a nap first. And then another channel, which is this one. This lady also appears in the beginning of the game in a bar, and she can dance in many different places in the bar. It's honestly pretty funny.
Meet me on the bridge,
All right,
kid.
get out of here.
We found Tara.
I need a nap. Leave me alone. Okay. Yeah, it very much reminded me of that dancer. I forget the name of that game right now, but like even the layout of the screen is kind of similar. Derek can wait. I need my Z's. Exactly. Oh, it's this one again. Omnicron Conspiracy. Yes. Thank you. Our first dream was like flashes of like aliens and this woman we met and other stuff, but our most recent dreams have been, whoa, a little more abstract. In your dreams, you envision the multiple dimensions of the universe. The true shape of the cosmic all is revealed to you. It is an image of harmony and purity. Also, I want to be clear, I'm reasonably confident this is all displaying as intended. Do you need to click? On the other hand, actually, you're just dreaming.
Hey, wake up. Meet me on the bridge, kid. We found Tara.
Okay. At least I've had a good night's rest. So that was almost identical to our last stream, except the effects, the visuals were slightly different. Most disappointing dream interruption ever, indeed. Hello, Old School Jay. I hope you're doing good. A lot of this game is just walking around the spaceship Warlock. Going wherever the captain tells us to go. It really is a masterpiece. Okay, bridge. Was there a floppy disk version of this game? No. CD-ROM exclusive. The original release is like 150 megabytes. Maybe 140, but quite large. So it would take many floppies. I actually have... I have some old ads for it that I will share here. So this is EduCorp catalog. These were mostly shareware catalogs. They just would throw a bunch of shareware on a disk, and then you could pay, let's see, $24.95 for a set of 5 discs. I think that's what that's saying. About $5 for a floppy disk sounds kind of right-ish. You weren't paying for the shareware with that money. That was just like paying for the service of having the shareware put onto a disk. Hopefully you would then, pay the actual developer if you found the software useful. But, pre-internet, this was, I think, a reasonable service to offer. And I definitely, got a chance to play a bunch of interesting games and other software that I wouldn't have had otherwise. But there were also a lot of ads in these magazines, including this one for Spaceship Warlock. This actually showed up quite a bit. So I was aware of this game for a long time and found the screenshots very intriguing. But we didn't have a CD-ROM drive back when this came out. Also, it was $89.95 for the EduCorp price, or $95 list price. So a pretty expensive game as well. But definitely intriguing imagery here, and this is definitely something I would have loved to play back then. So I'm glad I finally have the chance. It was also the number one selling CD-ROM title, at least from EduCorp. I guess I don't know where they got their data. Yeah, Color Mac was also a pretty steep requirement at that time as well. I can't remember when we got a 2CI at some point, was our first Color Mac. But I feel like that was probably at least a couple years after that. Like I would guess like 92, 93. This came out in 1991 initially. And it was a Mac exclusive initially, although it did come out for Windows as well, I think in 94. I already forgot what we're doing. Are we going to the bridge? I think that's right.
The captain wants you down on the bridge, now. We are approaching Terra.
Nice. Oh, there it is. I'm sad he didn't tell me to move my butt. Eden Waite said if it originally came out in 91, how many Macs had CD drives then? I feel like not many. I did see an anecdote somewhere that this game inspired a lot of people to get CD-ROM drives, which seems very believable. The Galactic Patrol. Once a proud galactic police force, the Galactic Patrol had become corrupt under the Krull. Gutter snipes, goons, and cutthroats now pilot the fast and lethal attack ships that once tamed the galaxy. Interesting. So I guess we're going to be doing more space combat. I'm very excited.
Bad news, kid. That's the Galactic Patrol. Those Krull lackeys are standing between us and Terra. We're gonna have to take them out.
Great.
Get to the upper deck guns.
How many ships do y'all think I will have to shoot down? 10? I feel like it's going to be at least 3, right? Oh, Res Mason says my audio culprit was the Snow emulator. Booting an emulated Mac caused system-wide audio degradation. Well, that's fun. Very exciting. I'm glad you found the problem, at least. Hello, Unstable Deus. 511. I was like, wait, why are you saying 511? Kamika says at least 5. 2 more than you're comfortable with, says Derek Ironbutt. I think these are all very good guesses. I don't know that I would be comfortable with any number. I suppose I'd be okay with 1. Riz Mason said, by the way, I learned last night that early adopters of Macintosh 2 in 1987 had no system color picker for about 9 months. Interesting. Old School GA says, apparently the Mac 2 VX was the first Mac to ship with an internal CD drive in 1992. Oh, that's not what I want, right? Wait, where are we? I keep getting distracted and forgetting where I am. There's a lot of parts of this game where, like, you're visually not given any, like, reminders of where you're currently at, which I find a little difficult. At least in a streaming context. Okay, I may be right. Okay, I picked correctly. Let's save before we start shooting things. Let's see, these are guys with the Galactic Patrol. I'm curious, like, can we just pick any gun station? Are they all the same?
Do some damage, kid. Use careful timing to make a direct hit.
Yeah, you keep saying that? Ouch! Okay. Got very lucky there. Man, this is rough. It's
Our shields are
yeah,
almost
I know
gone.
we're gonna die.
Take those dogs now or we'll be destroyed.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, you could do this. You could come up here and help. If you really didn't want to die, you could be doing this. I've had no training. What's the cap? I mean, he's doing captain stuff, I guess, but come on. Blasted to microns, the Warlock was englobed and destroyed by the Galactic Patrol. The Krull proclaimed a galactic holiday, and Hammer's likeness was burned in effigy. Your name was never known, but your role in the Warlock's destruction was glamorized as the dutiful work of a Krull patriot. Long live the Krull. I do enjoy the death screens in this game. When the captain described the mission, they looked like they were just fooling around out in space. Yeah, they definitely weren't attacking me at that point. Let's try a different gunning station. Like, I'm mostly curious if we can do this one down here. I'm sure it's just the same thing. I'm just curious. Yeah. Englobed must be the 3D word for encircled. Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Do some damage,
as well.
kid. Use careful timing to make a direct hit.
Careful. Like, that's absolute nonsense. Like, there's no way to carefully time this. You can improve like a tiny amount through practice, but the movements are so erratic. They're not. There's not a lot you can do other than get lucky. Just gonna click around a little bit to see if there's anything else I can operate here. I don't think so. Yeah, we're toast.
Our shields are almost
Hello, more
gone.
recordings. We
Strike
did,
those
in
off
fact,
now,
break
or we'll
Scum
be
VM.
destroyed.
In particular, we kept having an issue where the audio would drop out. So we're actually back in mini VMAC now. But I was happy to see that moving the save file over worked fine. And so far, this hasn't frozen up again on me yet, so. My second least favorite part. It's fascinating. I feel like my least favorite part so far has been the first ship battle that we did in the gunner stations here. I feel like that was worse than the punching. Well, I guess getting some tips for the punching helped a lot. But the ship battles don't really feel like much other than luck. Of course, it could be that I'm missing the secret knowledge.
Do some damage, kid. Use careful timing.
I
to
did
make a
enjoy
direct hit.
the combat with the Krull when we invaded their ship and their planet. Shooting those guys was pretty fun. Got him. One hit. Okay. I'm really nervous that we need to fight more than one of these ships.
Our shields are almost gone. Strike those logs now or we'll be destroyed.
Buddy, I'm doing my best here. It feels unfair when he shoots at me and I can't even see the blast. Oh, well. Blasted to microns again. Oh no, not another one. Welcome. This is indeed the famous Spaceship Warlock. It's quite an adventure, I must say. What happened there? Sucks that you can't aim. Yeah, for sure. And like it'd be a little bit better if the ship movements were more predictable. More like learnable, I guess. Like it feels like there's not really a lot I can do to get better at this.
Do some damage, kid. Use careful timing to make a direct hit.
Like practicing, like I definitely get a tiny bit better over time, but it feels like mostly luck. That was very lucky. Oh, another lucky one. Yes. Oh, this looks good. Let's go. Oh, come on, please. Please die. Oh god, please die. Oh no, he's shooting at me more now. Buddy, I'm doing my best.
Strike those logs now or we'll be destroyed.
Oh god. Oh god. Yes, 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 yes. Come on. Yes. Yes.
Good work, kid. We knocked her out. We're moving in now.
All right. We've made it to Terra. The Warlock has liberated the legendary planet. Marauders depart from the Warlock to land on fabled Terra. As one of the few Terrans aboard the Warlock and one of the key liberators, you have been ordered to join the landing party. Battle-hardened Marauder ships now transport peaceful emissaries, not pirates. This is all going by very fast. Was everybody here the whole time? I don't know why I thought the planet would be like mostly deserted. It's a good victory tune. Yeah, only one, I guess. Thank God. Hello, Kira Salash and Gary Ankelis. Good to see you.
You did good, kid. I'm damn proud of you. Welcome to Terra, my friends. I am Arcus, the Terran delegate. Come with me. The reception ceremony begins. Ladies and gentlemen, these people have come from across the galaxy. They have fought long and hard to get here. They are of Terran blood,
Sure have.
yet they have never set foot on Terra until today. They journeyed forth to find Terra with the unflagging faith that Terra was real. They fought the evil Kroll to find us, and they destroyed the fleet of galactic patrol ships that held us in exile from the galaxy.
Yep.
Known as pirates by the Kroll, they bring with them a fantastic treasure of gold. The unfair taxes levied by the Kroll are now returned to the people of Terra. This day shall be remembered for these brave children of Terra. I present to you now our liberators, Captain Hammer and his Lieutenant Commander. That's enough, Curly. Listen, folks, I ain't one for making speeches. Let me just say that it's good to be here, but I ain't about to break out the lawn chairs just yet. The Kroll are still out there, and me and the boys will be heading back out to watchdog this sector of space. Now, I need a few good men to join us. Any volunteers?
I don't know what to say.
Kid.
It's great to be here. How y'all doing? So this guy on the right, he looks like Starbird, right? I guess no, he's bald. Okay, no, he's completely different. I guess it's just the white hair threw me off, and it's been so long since we've seen Starbird that I couldn't remember exactly what it looked like. But also, like, where's Stella? Where's Stella and Starbird? Are they okay? Do I just need to click away from this to end my speech? Do I have to keep talking? Was that me tapping on the microphone? Can I go now? Kamika says, so the story is that Terra was lost, but most of the people were just sitting on the planet and waiting for someone to find them. Apparently, like, we found a drive, the Kroll drive, that was able to transport planets. So that's how they moved the planet. I guess, like, most of humanity was just here the whole time and didn't do anything. I don't know, like, if was all their technology and ships taken or something. I feel like there's some information we're lacking. And also, no, really, how do I leave? Is this just the end of the game? I feel like this can't just be the end of the game. Like, they got to do something to wrap up the whole Stella and Starbird thing. Like, they're on the cover, and we've barely seen them. Bye. I think there's various words it checks for which determines the crowd response. If you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. Terra rules. There we go. That's a crowd pleaser. Captain Hammer drools. Free housing for everyone. That's a good one. Everyone can agree with that. Free housing for everyone. I got distracted by Dive's suggestion. Freedom for Terra. Oh, they're really into free housing. More recording said it's confusing given how all the male characters sound the same. Yeah. So really though, is this the end of the game, or is there some way I can leave here? Like, this can't be the end. I refuse to believe this is the end, but I also don't know how to do anything else. Free grog. I think they might just like anything that's free. They like hearing about free things. At some point, Hammer pushes you off the stage. Wow, really? So you just gotta like keep talking. Kroll are losers. Okay. Not so much into that sentiment. Death to the Kroll. That's a good one. Oh! There's Stella and Starbird.
How I misjudged
Ma'am?
you. I hope you can forgive me. I was amazed to learn you fought bravely against the evil Kroll and helped to find Terra. Mwah.
Oh! Did she just kiss me on the eyes? Captain Ulysses Hammer as himself, Stella Starbird as herself, Captain Milo Starbird as himself, Rascal as himself. This is a good bit, but I'm curious who the actors are. Metalfoot as himself, Hawk Tui as himself, of course, BTR-13, oh, the bartender, Pa Tui as the cabbie. Oh, are they related? Arcus as himself, the Kroll as themselves. Also starring Spa Fawn and Squatrant, and introducing 2L8. This is so fast. Cosmoscope. Did she have more than one outfit? Recorded on location, of course. I like the smiley face. The end. The crowd boos you if you swear. Oh, now I'm sad we missed that opportunity. Oh, good. They also boo if you say "Long live the Kroll." The Apple ad font as itself, indeed. Or Warlock sucks. That's great. I'm glad they segued back into the theme song at the end here. This is great. I love this game. You need to say 6 crowd-pleasing things before it moves on. Okay, that's funny. If you happen to be able to look at it easily, I would be very curious if there's anything I can say to Stella when she's in the brig that will get a useful or interesting response. If you say Saiyans or Sparks, that counts as a cheer. That's great. That's good. Oh, Res Mason, I'm sorry you missed the ending. What happened to Stella? She just showed up at the end and was like, oh, I misjudged you. And then she smooches you, and everyone lives happily ever after, I guess. Well, that's it. That's Spaceship Warlock. Can we open one of these text files in here? Do I have a... Do I have simple text? Teach text. There we go. I was just curious to poke at the files here. since we were talking about them. Yeah, so here's the save data. They all start with this line, SS Warlock save game data 666. I don't know what this line is, maybe some reference to where you are or something. And then a lot of this stuff is just like, these are all yeses or nos and then various numbers. Oh, I guess this is the file that is currently, so this is basically our location down here. I'm really curious what this is. But yeah, I assume these are all just different, you know, flags for things we've done or whatever. Oh, there's more. Okay, interesting. Spaceship Warlock. She kissed your eye. Yeah, she did. She did. Thank you, Silver. We beat the game. In proper Mac OS even. That was exciting. Oh, is there something else on here? Oh, I guess just a trailer. But that's worth a look. It's a fun little trailer. Thank you, Old School Jay. And yeah, I'm so glad I finally got a chance to play this. It was very fun. And like even the clunky action segments, which were honestly like a significant portion of the gameplay.
It is a time long past the conquest of
They weren't
space.
that frustrating. I was worried that they would be more frustrating.
It is a time of human slavery under alien overlords.
You will die.
And from a backwater world, somewhere in the eastern spiral arm of the galaxy, comes a two-fisted hero.
Listen up. I hereby take command of this tub in the name of the Warlock. Any objections?
A hero destined to join forces with a breed of outlaws. A hero who can bring the charms of a stellar beauty.
My name is Stella. I'm pleased to meet you.
You think I'm just a low-down pirate?
A hero with nerves of steel.
I don't like your
Rascal.
face. Put 'em up, Jerry. Let's see what you're made of. Ha! Fake.
A hero with courage and daring.
Man your marauder on the hangar deck. Now.
A swashbuckling hero
General quarters, general quarters.
with the power to save the human race from degradation, from annihilation.
Rip.
Space pirates are certainly a bother for Kroll trade.
Who is this champion?
These babies are solid gold.
Who is the one who stands between the forces of evil and the entire civilized galaxy? You! Yes, you are the star of a blazing interactive movie on CD-ROM.
Hello, Verdantry. Thank you for the hello.
See the wonders of the galaxy.
Did we? This trailer is better than 99% of Steam trailers. It is pretty good, honestly.
Explore Forbidden Realms.
Kamika said whoever drives the Warlock might be drunk.
Decks of a mighty starship, as if you
It was just kind of spinning in circles.
Glad I'm not in your shoes. Captain wants you for a suicide mission. He's waiting for you on the bridge. Move your butt and get down there. Embark on a journey beyond imagining. A journey across the galaxy in the ultimate adventure.
Warlock. 1991. Like, I feel like this was pretty impressive for 1991, right? I mean, I guess people were doing like more technically impressive things at that time, but for something that's trying to be, you know, very cinematic in presentation and stuff, I think they did a pretty solid job. This is looping. I was about to say this like just keeps going, but I think it's actually looping. Or is it?
It is a time long past the
I'm pretty sure it's
conquest
looping.
of space.
Bow before the greatness of the crow.
It is a time of human
Just
slavery
Q.
under alien
Oh, okay.
overlords.
Thank you. Created with director, indeed. It's one of those trailers to put on your computers at the computer store. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, that was great. Oop. Oh, heck. I guess I got to figure out what I'm playing next week. Might do a Nancy Drew. That's kind of what I was thinking about doing next. One moment. Where'd my Nancy Drews go? Somewhere I have the second and third Nancy Drew game. Secrets Can Kill was the first one, right? This one we played previously. It was pretty great, honestly. There were some very funny moments in it. I'm glad I played it. So I'm excited to check out more. And like, I've heard lots of good things about the Nancy Drew series. I feel like we haven't really gotten into like the peak of Nancy Drew. So I'm excited to Nancy Drew's Day. Yes, I'm excited for another Nancy Drew's Day. Oh, also, so I accidentally bought 2 copies of the third game, and I'll be giving one of those away on stream. It will require an older setup, like a 9598 or ME computer to play it properly, I think. But we will be doing that. Derek Arnbrett said, my 11-year-old self would have had his law on the floor seeing this. Would have had his jaw on the floor? Okay. I think that's what you meant. Jaw on the floor. It was very confusing to figure out what you were saying there. Unless it was some expression I'm not familiar with. Jay, I love that Macromedia emote. It's so good. So that's it for tonight. There's my schedule. On Friday, we'll be playing more Riven. We made some exciting progress in Riven last week. I'm curious how many more streams that'll be. Also, Unsecret Crush will be back on Thursday for more Genshin Impact. Oh no, not the other, not another one. Excuse me. Said the more Nancy Drew games you play, the more you realize how crazy Nancy is. I mean, I've definitely got that impression even just from the first one, so I'm excited to see where it goes. Let me find someone to raid here. So yeah, we'll do Nancy Drew next Tuesday. Honestly, I just kind of maybe Nancy Drew will surprise me, but I want like a slightly easier game for a bit. Not that not that Spaceship Warlock was especially hard or anything, but like it was technically challenging, and I feel like I mostly know what to expect from a Nancy Drew. Like I think my previous setup there will work fine, and I feel like the puzzles in a Nancy Drew game are hopefully going to be like a nice level of challenging, but not too challenging. I'm just seeing who we can raid here. Ghoul Babe's playing Backyard Baseball. Got Atari Beer Pong playing Star Trek Klingon Honor Guard. Lots of choices. Ash Said Hi is playing some cute games on Arcade Archive. Interesting. I think we'll just say hello to Ghoul Babe. Old School Jay says Robot Spacer's next game is going to be Nancy Drew Adventure on Maupiti Island. Oh, how I wish that were a game that existed. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I am going to play Mortville Manor at some point. We were talking about that briefly on Julia's stream, A Maple Mystery. And I'm very excited to eventually get to that, but I need a little bit more time. I need a little bit more time before I'm like prepared for another Maupiti Island level game, because I know it's going to take so long. But I would say that I would like to start that sometime this year. That feels vague enough to be willing to commit to. Okay, thank you all for hanging out. This was a great time. There's some raid messages if you would like to join the Robot Parade. Like I said, Ghoul Babe's playing Backyard Baseball. Oh, and later Paradigm. Okay. I'm trying to remember what kind of game Paradigm is, but I'm sure it'll be a good time. She plays a lot of adventure games, FMV games, stuff like that. So I'm sure it'll be great. So come along and say hello. Thanks again for hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Hope we'll see some of you on Friday, and take care of yourselves. Bye, y'all.